Hello fellas, my name is Alfie, and in this video I want to discuss about women and gender discrimination in America. Gender discrimination, defined as the unjust treatment or unequal opportunities based on one gender, continued to be a deeply rooted problem in American society. For centuries, gender discrimination has been an ominous force shaping the lives of millions of Americans, particularly women. The struggle for gender equality is as old as the nation itself. Throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, the women's suffrage movement marked a monumental milestone, culminating in the ratification of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which finally granted women the right to vote. This milestone, however, was just the beginning of an enduring battle against the multifaceted nature of gender discrimination. While the ratification of the 19th Amendment marked a pivotal moment in American history, it did not signify the end of gender-based inequities. Women continued to grapple with deeply ingrained stereotypes and biases that permeated society. Discrimination, whether subtle or overt, persisted in various forms, including unequal pay for equal work, limited access to higher education, and the underrepresentation of women in positions of power. The first form of gender education is commonly found in the workplace. Gender stereotypes continue to shape societal expectations and influence career choices. These stereotypes affect individuals' career trajectories and reinforce traditional gender roles. The gender wage gap has substantial economic consequences both for individual women and society at large. The gap is even wider for women with color, perpetuating economic disparities. According to Pew Research Center survey data, about 4 in 10 working women in the United States say they have faced discrimination on the job because of their gender. They report a broad array of personal experiences, ranging from earning less than male counterparts for doing the same job to being passed over for important assignments. Other forms of gender discrimination in the workplace can include sexual harassment, being treated as if they are incompetent because of their gender, and less support from senior leaders compared to men doing the same job. And the second forms of gender discrimination in America, commonly found in education. Women continue to face legal barriers, limited access to education, and exclusion from many professions. The perpetuation of gender discrimination contributes to broader social disparities. It reinforces power imbalances and limits opportunities for women in education, healthcare, and political representation. The psychological tools of gender discrimination, exploring how biases, stereotypes, and unequal treatment can negatively impact mental health and self-esteem. And the third forms of gender discrimination can commonly found in politics. The underrepresentation of women in leadership positions in both politics and corporate America. This underrepresentation limits women's decision-making power and influence, affecting policy outcomes and corporate governance. The underrepresentation of women in political positions, exploring how this affects policy making and the legislative agenda. It also examines the barriers women face when pursuing political careers. Women and gender discrimination in the United States has been rooted and continues for today, but increasingly modern, Many people have been speak up about gender equality and make many people understand. I hope that as a woman, the world will become more aware of the issue of women and gender discrimination to create a more just and equal world. So that's all from my video, and see you next time.